What's up, everyone? This is Cyborg,
and Bumblebee.
and we're going to be talking about
Absolute Martian Manhunter issue number 1.
this is straight up weird. That's all I can say. Like, it's weird. Like, the drawing style is giving off like heavy 80s theme. I could be wrong in the era, but that's where it gravitates in my mind towards. It's not a bad read, but it just...
This is the first issue as well. I feel like I need to know more. But the art, I would say, is definitely very interesting. It's definitely more abstract.
Yeah.
Like, it's not meant to be, realistic looking and things like that. It's definitely meant to be abstract and bright colors and all of that.
I mean, I understand that, but man, they turned that to 11.
So this issue, we start off with Mr. John Jones, who is a FBI agent.
I guess you can say that.
In a special department that deals with people and predicting people's actions. And he was involved in a coffee shop explosion. And he's getting checked out by doctors. He survived the explosion, obviously. But he's having some interesting things going on in his brain and what he's seeing and that kind of thing.
Right. So he don't fully understand what's going on, but there's something in his mind right now. Now, as we go on, we see little snippets of, I call it powers. That's what I'm going to call it because that's the best way I can understand it.
Mm-hmm.
But powers, abilities, same diff, but it kind of gives off the fact that a Martian attached himself to Jean.
He's kind of, he's kind of learning how to use his powers or trying to figure some things out.
I think he's getting flooded with the information first.
Yeah, he's definitely a little disoriented because this is something that he's not used to.
Yeah.
He's kind of getting bits and pieces of things from people's, minds that he's walking by. At one point in the book, we see that everyone is kind of giving off, he's calling it smoke, but it's something that only he can see, really.
Yeah.
And it's like this smoke reverberating off of people. And if he breathes in this smoke, he kind of gets a look into the person's mind. So that's how he's able to read people's minds.
Right. Yeah, but it's like how it looks. And when you're reading people's mind, it's like psychedelic type thing. Like there's so many colors. And it's like the colors themselves are the memories. And it looks like smoke.
Yeah, like everyone has, or at least at one point in the book, everyone has a different color that they're emitting.
Yeah.
Or at least...
It's weird.
Yeah. In my head, I want to say that each color means something or represents a different emotion, but I don't know. But that's just me wanting to...
See, that makes the most sense. But this book right now is confusing me because I'm trying to figure out, like...
This is also only the first issue. I'm sure we'll get more answers and get used to certain things as we go on and continue on reading.
Very true, very true.
This is the first book. They only have so much space to give us information. But I would say it's very interesting so far.
Oh, no doubt. It is. Like, it's weird, but I'm not mad about it,
He's married and he has a son.
Which is nice. Very nice.
Or at least the human that he's attached to is married and has a son. Oh, and at the very end, towards the end, he finally kind of gets the clue or the hint that there's something inside of him.
Yeah. Because
this Martian is here, and, is in his. He
literally just starts just talking in his brain a lot more.
And we kind of get the indication that the Martian is what helped him to survive that explosion that he was involved in. Also, he's kind of going around talking to the person that caused the explosion, which was, I guess, for lack of a better term, he was a suicide bomber to a bomber that had attached the bomb to himself and set it off in the coffee shop.
Right.
He's going around talking to the neighbor, talking to the mom, trying to figure out what's going on he's trying to figure out what was going on in that person's head, even though he's not supposed to, because this is not his case.
Yeah. They pretty much took him off the case because of,
he wasn't a part of the case to begin with.
Well, no, sorry. He was a witness, not a detective at this moment, but he couldn't let it go. He had to take care of it himself.
So he was questioning the mom, talking to the neighbor, and the best friend. So those are the three people that he was talking to, trying to get a gauge on that person.
Right. Which I can understand. You can't stop a good cop from doing what they do.
Mm-hmm. And he was very adamant about getting back to work, even though all this was happening in his head.
Yeah. Understandable.
But I will say, the type of job that he has and the fact that his the specific department within the FBI that he was working for is involved with trying to figure out why people do what they do. This power that he now has is going to come in handy.
It will
in that sense, because he's going to be able to look into the minds of people and kind of get a glimpse into their head, because people can say one thing
and then their mind betrays them,
but in their head is another thing going on.
Unless you're that good to change your mind like instantly.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think we can do that. Not yet. But all in all, it was a good read, I would say.
I would agree.
It's just the colors that get me.
There was a lot of colors happening and a lot of bright, vibrant colors happening.
That's an understatement, man. Like, it's literally a whole rainbow. And I'm not even going to spoil it for you guys, but when you get to the end, you'll see what the Martian looks like. And it's even weirder and makes me a little bit uncomfortable. But get the book, read it for yourself, and you'll understand and see where I'm coming from. But it is a good read. Just a little weird.
Check out your local comic book shop and check out the DC Infinite app if you want to read it on your phone.
You will not be disappointed. Just make sure you're okay with all these colors, because my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
You take care, guys. Have a good night, good morning, good evening, all that good stuff. Peace.